So the Farseer series is hands down one of the book series that I want to finish this summer. Hello and welcome to Tales of Neverwhere, the YouTube channel that is all about fantasy. I'm Kathy, and in today's video I will be sharing with you the books that I would personally love to read this summer, so I finally go on holiday again and have time to read. And of course I would love it if you would share the books that you have on your to-read list for this summer and we can inspire each other. The first series of books that I want to continue reading and actually finish is the Farseer series by Robin Hobb. This I am currently reading on my ebook version. I also have the actual physical copies in my bookcase, but currently I'm reading it on ebook, so that's probably what I will continue doing. To give you a little bit of backstory on the Farseer series, you actually follow along one main character who is called Fitz, but actually has another name which you will discover throughout the books, so I'm not going to spoil it to you. He's the bastard child of a prince and gets pulled into the royal family very early on into the first book. You get to follow all of his developments, and there is a part of magic and a part of like mystery included in the books, and he actually becomes the assassin's apprentice. The first book is actually called Assassin's Apprentice, and you will follow him along that journey or that discovery of himself, etc. It is so well written. Like, when I started reading the first book, I think I finished it in 2 weeks. It was so good because for me in 2 weeks finishing, I think it was 380 pages, almost 400. For me, that's quite fast. So I'm really happy that I have the 3 parts on my e-reader ready to go, so that whenever I go on holiday or I have some bit of extra time, I can actually continue reading them. The next book is by Francesca Flores. It is called The Witch and the Vampire, and I bought this book at a convention earlier this year, and I actually haven't started reading it yet. I think the artwork on this book is absolutely gorgeous, and I hope the book itself doesn't disappoint either. So if I read the quick introduction of this book, it says that it is a queer Rapunzel retelling where a witch and a vampire who trust no one but themselves must journey together through a cursed forest with danger at every turn. So if you've already read this book, feel free to let me know what you thought about it. One of the Netflix series that I've been watching the last year was Shadow and Bone. So whenever I found a book related to the series but not actually retelling the parts that we already see in the series, I had to have it, plus like look at how gorgeous it is. It's actually a matte black cover with then red metallic like foils on it, and also the book cover pages itself are red. This is the collector's edition of Six of Crows, and I actually bought it at the same event that I bought the previous book at. It's called Facts. It's like a fantasy convention. So I bought it there, and it has been nicely displayed in my bookcase ever since, but I really hope to read it soon. And I honestly hope that the book is as good or better than the Netflix series, because I really did enjoy watching it. So yeah, this will hopefully live up to my expectations. And then the final book of today's video is going to be the second part to Priory of the Orange Tree. It is called A Day of Fallen Night. It has the same really gorgeous design on the book itself. I had to buy this as a soft cover because here in Belgium, hardcovers for some reason are very difficult to find. So this is the edition that I was able to get my hands on for now. I am part of Fairy Loot and Illumicrate, and I hope someday in the future there will be a pretty edition of both of these books, since as you can probably tell, I have the soft cover there of the Priory of the Orange Tree, which I absolutely loved. Now these are very, very thick books. They are really fun to read, but they tend to be very descriptive. So in the first book, I did struggle a little bit to get into it at first. I was about to give up, but then like, I don't know what it was, but once you've had like the scene setting part, they get really into it. And because the book actually goes into multiple storylines simultaneously, it is really captivating. But that first part of switching between the storylines and getting introduced to them was a bit of getting through, for me at least. Once I got into the book, I really loved reading it, and I hope it will be the same with this one, which is the second part of that series, and I'm so excited to read it. Now, of course, these probably won't be all of the books that I will be reading this summer. I also have a Goodreads on which I have a few recommendations from friends that I still want to check out, but these are the books that I currently already own and have on my to-read list. So I would be super curious to know what is on your to-read list this summer. What are the books that you are looking forward to reading? Feel free to let me know in the comments down below so we can inspire each other. And if you want, of course, feel free to give me like a little bit of insight on why you want to read a book or which books you've recently read that you absolutely loved and that you would highly recommend. So thank you so much for watching this video. I wish you a very fun summer and of course, happy reading. See you in the next one. Bye!